because who in our hearts? MJT Reviews. Hey you, it's me again. Hey you, step in my shoe. I've been aching, feeling low. You're so heavy, I have got to let you go. I'm going when it's gravity. Zero gravity. I'm
Hey Lamb.
Hello.
Lamb is at my place, by the way. I thought I'd just say that. We're in the same location. It's really cool. This is Australia.
Oh, cool.
So,
You're
home
Aussie.
country.
Yeah, go on.
You're an honorary Australian in this instance. So, the song's called Zero Gravity by Miller-Heidke.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard this song yet?
Nope.
Okay. So, yeah, this is a lyric video. It's what we got.
Okay, I don't care. As long as it's a good song, so I don't care.
Oh, wait. So your priority is listening to the audio?
Yeah, man. I mean, like the music video, just an add-on. You know,
Yeah.
It's not everything.
Oh, cool.
You know? Cool.
What do you think?
Yeah, interesting. You know, very exciting song. You know, it excites me. Very upbeat, and I think it's quite relaxing listening to this song, and even the message that it conveys. You know, like after, for example, a long week of working or something like that on Friday night, and you listen to these songs, you kind of feel relaxed and relieved. Nothing holding me down. But I feel like man, this could be a good fit for a Friday night when you hang out and you get some alcohol and you feel high. So yeah, listen to his songs could be a good fit, man.
That's interesting. So you fit this song in like a psych up party song?
Yeah, man. I would love to hear it in a party, in a club, in a bar, on a Friday out. Friday night going out.
What do you think of the vocals? They're more classic.
I'm wondering if it's just one person, because
one person.
So if she can do all those, because I can hear different parts of the songs quite differently.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that's just hers, man, that's incredible.
Do you think that she has different genres?
Yeah, I mean like it takes me from different stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I think if she can process all those different stages of the song, then yeah, she must be at a very high level of singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you say back to being a party song.
Mm-hmm.
So you say like the classical vocals and all that would still fit well with the beat. Like,
yeah. I mean, like you can see the progression in there.
Yeah.
The first part of it is quite different to the later part.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, it's definitely it's gonna be a good fit for parties, and well, I think we should listen to this with someone else instead of listening to alone. Yeah.
Do you think if it was, what am I trying to say? Do you think it would be popular in Vietnam?
Yeah, why not? When we put it in for example, an Indian festival, yeah, man, the young people, they're gonna love it. And we can see lots of remixes of that. Yeah, that could be a good fit in Vietnam as well. Yeah, I'll show that to some of my friends to see what they think.
Ooh, you have to tell me.
Yeah, man, support the Aussies,
Just letting you know, backstory doesn't really matter though, but it's about, do you know what postnatal depression is?
No.
It's like when you get depression after giving birth to...
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, got that.
Kind of know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she wrote this song basically from being depressed for 2 well, I don't know for how long. Her son's 2
Yeah.
now.
Mm.
So she got depression afterwards, and it's about coming out of, experiencing the depression and then coming out of it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a huge problem in Vietnam as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, Vietnamese women they suffer from that a lot, and that it leads to a lot of, you know, severe consequences. I don't want to say it out loud here, but man, that's very important. I think that's an important matter to society now, and we have to pay more attention to that. Also, you know, I cannot conclude anything from the song itself, but you know, with the background information they give me, yeah, I think it could be a good message. You know, it's not just about like being just. I was just thinking about, you know, after a long work week, man, we hang out, we get drunk, and we get high and listen to this song. Good fit, man. But I don't think that far. So, man, yeah, it's very meaningful when you say that.
But when you say that, it tells me that there's crossover appeal. Like you can play it for any different kind of several different kind of moods, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna, you know, reach different target audiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Okay, cool. Yeah. Any other thoughts? You really like the song?
Yeah, sure. Hopefully, you know, look forward to see it on stage.
Yeah. Okay. How do you think she'll do it on stage?
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna approach this, but how to say, yeah, because I think it's gonna create a, you know, exciting atmosphere among the audiences, and that's a good chance for her to showcase her skills in singing, you know. So I think it's gonna surprise the audience. I don't know, but hopefully.
I will say she's when we had the national selection, this is how she performed it. I won't play. I'll just play a little bit.
Damn. Yeah, I believe that's how Eurovision audiences they're gonna react to this, man.
People saying the woman behind her looks like a Dementor.
Dementor, and she looks like Elsa from Frozen.
Elsa.
Yeah, man, the women behind her looks fucking creepy, man.
Well, anyway, does that remind you of anyone from last year?
She might resemble the British lady.
The British lady. Oh, yeah. I was thinking Estonia. Remember the one with the dress? Because you were impressed by the dress, like the LED on the dress. You don't remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That was just so impressive, man.
So do you see similarities between the two or not? You think they're totally different?
Yes, it's a little bit different. Because, you know, with the LED in the dress, that's, you know, is at another level, you know, a whole new level. So.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks, Len.
I'm here with Stuart Waters from ESC Fan TV talking about Australia. Make sure to go to ESC Fan TV. He interviewed the singer Kate Miller-Heidke. You'd be crazy not to look at it, especially that it's a great interview. He got a lot out of her, actually. I thought you were almost going to get an exclusive on the staging plans there.
I was pushing for it. We're also hearing that staging's going to change. So I'm a bit sort of confused as to what you might do. Is there any chance you can give us just a little bit of an insight into what you might be planning for Tel Aviv?
She wouldn't even give it away live on stage in the Amsterdam Arena.
I know.
She was asked. She didn't comment. So, yeah.
You were, but you were
nearly.
like, come on, tell us something. She's like,
Nearly. No, she's great, Kate, actually. Wish her all the best. You know, you had 3 really good songs in Australia that could have potentially been top 5 at Eurovision. Kate's one of them. The Electric Fields and Shepherd are the other 2. Any of those 3, I think you've had a really good Eurovision. And I know, you know, talking to some of your country men and women, they're a little bit negative now about your chances. So I've heard not qualifying. I've heard bottom half of the final. If you do, I see this as top 5, Mitchell. I really think this could go really high for you guys this year. This could do as well as Dami Im.
wow, that would be great. So you saw her perform live for the first time in Amsterdam. What were your thoughts?
Oh yeah, she hit that note. and just blew everyone away. My friend Sean was with me, and he didn't like the song at all. He said to me, "Yeah, it's not my cup of tea." But he turned around to me and sort of his jaw dropped. He's like, "Wow, she can hit that note." Yeah, won a lot of fans. Won a lot of fans in Amsterdam.
Oh, great. And so that was the first time really she did it without any of the stage setup that we saw in Australia Decides with the big dress and the thing flying behind her.
Yeah.
So did you think that it's still, like you said you're blown away with the audio, did you think that she could kind of present well just her standing?
Yeah, I think it sort of reminded me of Estonia last year. The way they've kind of adapted her tour performance. I have no idea whether they're going to go for a big dress and have the same sort of style. I hope not. It would work in that situation, but I asked her. I got it wrong. I said Death Eaters. I meant Dementors when I asked her what that was going on behind her. Sometimes you just forget what you're asking. And it's trying to get out of her whether they're going to keep that or not. I detect you keeping it, and I think you should, because I think it tells a story. Most people get the story. You don't need to. I don't know whether she needs the high dress. I think that's the only thing. I think maybe there'll be some dancers dancing around her as Dementors rather than being up. Because there was one bit in the live final where a Dementor kind of knocks into her and she looked like really uncomfortable. And I don't know whether she was kind of expecting that or whether that happened by accident. But it struck me as it looked a bit awkward. And I think maybe they'll look to rectify that. So I'm not expecting her to be at height. I'm expecting her to be on the floor. But I'm not expecting you guys to lose the Dementors. I think they're there to stay.
Yeah, I have no idea what we're expecting from that, so I can't wait to see it. Yeah, okay, excellent.
Hey, you. I'm here with Elysse.
You gotta do it so I can respond, mate. It was two hey yous.
Okay, wait. Hey, you.
Hey you.
Ooh. It's me again. Hey, you.
Hey you.
Okay. All right, we're done. All right. I'm here with Elysse Turner. Hi, Elysse.
Hey.
We are here in person talking about Australia Zero Gravity by
Yeah.
Kate Miller-Heidke.
I'm not a ghost, I promise.
Okay. Yeah. Where? No. So, Zero Gravity. Let's talk about our own country here. So, disclaimer, you may be biased.
But you also,
You don't know, but
when it's
we're-
your own country, you can't avoid the media about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like Eurovision's massive in Australia.
No, compared to other countries.
Yeah, especially compared to other countries.
It definitely has a niche following.
So
which
you're
is,
definitely not going to get the advertising about any of the other people in the competition.
Yeah,
But because
exactly.
Kate is one of our own, they've made, like, all the news articles have been coming out. So when the selection happened, there were a bunch of news articles. When she started going over and doing the promo tour.
Yeah.
There are news articles appearing, and like it's not just through Mitch that I'm seeing them from. So, you can't avoid that media.
Yeah.
You might choose not to click it, but
Yeah.
it is present and it is actively around. So,
Yeah.
well, we might be biased, but we also might have more information just because we're Aussie.
And I think it's funny when we had the national selection, a lot of people here were like, oh, this song, well, if you like the song, people saying, oh, has to win. And it's like, based on what? You don't know any of the 40 other songs. But, yeah. So
Aussie pride, based on Aussie
yeah,
pride
pretty
alone.
much.
Yeah,
So-
you don't like our choice? Oh, give me a tinny and I'll just throw it at you.
So we are a bit more sophisticated and...
Oh, I don't know, that's pretty much Aussie
Debatable.
culture at its finest.
We have actually analysed all the entries, so this is based on a comparison. So yeah, Zero Gravity, what was your breakdown?
Okay, so female singer with one language, and that is English, which, makes perfect sense, because Australia is a...
Although shout out to Electric Field who had Indigenous language.
Oh, did they? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Why didn't they win?
They came second.
Well,
And their song
Cool.
charted in the Swedish charts.
nice.
I think they would have won it.
Well,
Like, I haven't listened to the other songs.
Yeah.
Poor Aussie follower. But like, it's cool that they had Indigenous representation. Because
Yeah,
there's not enough
totally.
of that, and there's too much of like Indigenous representation being swept under the rug and
Yeah.
pretending that it doesn't need to happen.
And I think we've got to be
it
proud
does.
of the delegation for Australia. We've had, out of 5 entries, we've had 2 singers with Indigenous heritage.
Mm.
So it's pretty amazing.
Do you think they're doing that on purpose?
Yeah, probably. It's SBS. They have a cultural quota. But I
Yeah.
think it's a good thing.
No, definitely. It's worth getting those people that are underrepresented out
Yeah.
there.
And this is the first...
Especially considering that we're the invaders, not them.
Totally. Yeah, this is the first time we've had a singer who's Caucasian, identifies as Caucasian. But yeah, so anyway.
Yeah, so we've got English, and then our vocal range is C#4 to C#6. For those of you not familiar with Kate, she is a soprano singer. She sings real high all the time. She's got a very operatic voice, and so that's why she can reach the 6 level, 6 octave, which I think she might be the first person that we've looked at that has gone to 6. Most people stick with the 5, high 5s, but yeah.
And you knew of Kate Miller-Heidke before?
Yeah, I think I've seen her live a couple of times.
Oh, awesome.
Not like intentionally.
Like at a festival or something?
So I think I went to the Opera House because they had cheap tickets once and saw her there because I get the emails for, hey,
Yeah. Leah
you're under
Salonga.
25. Come get the cheap tickets. Or, hey, here's a deal for see a bunch of concerts together. And so I do that sometimes because it's really nice to go to the Opera House and watch some really cool performers do stuff. So I think she was there, and then I think she was at a festival as well.
Cool.
So I didn't go to see her, but I went and listened anyway.
Yeah.
Love her piano skills. Yeah, and then key. We're in F# major. So she likes her sharps, keeping it sharp. We've got a 4/4 tempo at 132 beats per minute, which is vivace. And we have 5 chords in total. So, chord 1 is F#. We have chord 2, G# minor. Chord 4, which is B major. Chord 5, which is C# major. And then chord 6, which is D# minor. Those are our chords being used in this song. Yes. Nothing's weird about that. Those are all pretty normal chords. So in terms of our instruments, we have our vocals, piano, synth and electronic sounds, some brass instruments, strings, drums, bass, but I'm pretty sure the bass was synth.
Okay.
And then backup vocals, which are female, which are probably just heard doubled and recorded a couple of times, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a big sounding piece as well. It's not she didn't try and keep it stripped back or use a bunch of synth to make it really build. She's got a lot of different instruments happening, so a lot of working parts happening in the piece, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then in terms of structure, we have verse 1 for 18 bars, chorus for 17 bars, verse 2 for 18 bars, chorus for 17 bars, a bridge for 8, and then a chorus variation for 17 bars.
Ooh.
So it's a very simple structure.
Yeah.
You got verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. It's your standard pop song structure.
Yeah.
So not too complex in terms of structure.
Yeah. Cool. So, we'll briefly talk about it. It's a lyric video that's been released. I waited for some kind of music video, but we've got a lyric video. What do you think of the brand that they're giving out for the rest of the world to look at?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Before we go into the lyric video, I
go.
didn't realize I made notes ages ago.
Yeah.
One of the things that was cool about her vocal lines is that she's singing in a pentatonic scale for the most part.
Ooh.
Do you know what that means?
I know of it, but
you know what pentatonic scale is?
can't.
Okay, well, I really should explain it anyway. Well, a pentatonic scale is usually 5 notes.
Okay.
And that's it. So the easiest pentatonic scale is all the black notes. Because that's 5 notes and they're enough a distance to make that sound. They usually got an a stereotypically Asian sound because the Asian instruments tend to be tuned towards pentatonic scales because it doesn't matter how you play them or which notes you play together, they always sound good together. And that's why pentatonic scales are really cool. And yeah, I think the other thing I said was I'd kill for a range. It's just brilliant. good live as well.
Yeah, totally.
So, you know, the pentatonic scale thing was worth noting before we get into the music video.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the music video, I kind of liked how the lyrics fade out in the verse. So you kind of got like the hey you, and then sort of not drifting off, but like fading off, which is cool. And then how the letters drift apart in the chorus, that was really cool. Because you've got the space background and it really sort of emphasises the zero gravity sort of feel. It's quite simple, but it works. I liked the typeface, being a graphic designer as well. I looked at the typeface. It's a very round typeface, very clean, crisp, and, you know, polish. I appreciate the fact that there's an effect in the chorus as well, so that instead of just seeing the letters on the background moving, you've got like a bit of background coming through, so it's screening it or something like that, so, or an overlay, so that it can sort of be white on a bit of the colour coming through as well. And yeah, I've got some notes about the depression, the message as well. The depression. But we can come back to that.
Yeah, let me know, what do you think of the Great Depression? We'll turn this into history. So what do you think of the O, how it like, do you remember it kept like matching the O and it would go into the O as well?
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. It was a good way to transition. And then the pink colour scheme, I think I really liked how at the end the zero sort of aligned up and made the album cover. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
And then like the pink was the album cover, so they're using branding 100% of the way through. And like it is a shame that there's not a music video, because I think this is one that you could possibly do some really artsy shots with and do some singing, and it might look cool if you've got enough of an ethereal vibe. So like, you know, they could have done a low budget thing potentially, but then if they did that, maybe I would have critiqued it for not doing enough. So
it's the only time we've never had a music video, and I'm thinking maybe they think that there's too much in the song and they don't. I think maybe they think the opposite of what you think. Like maybe they think they can't give the song justice with whatever they're going to do as a music video.
Or maybe they don't want to underwhelm before they do the performance.
Maybe that too.
Because they did some fancy stuff with the performance for the national selection. So maybe they want to keep that as their representation,
what people think of.
and the lyric video as their, here, this is our brand, this is who we are. But if you actually want to know what this song is kind of alluding to, that performance is for that.
Yeah.
Perhaps they also could have done a partial live and partial video thing though. Like maybe that's a weakness.
Yeah, it's good criticism. Okay, so what do you think of the message of this song?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, please correct me if I'm wrong, you've read more articles than me, but it was about depression, like post having a baby.
Yeah.
And sort of clawing your way out of that, for lack of a better word. I think that was a really good message to have. We need to talk about mental illness more. In all forms, not just, you know, after having a child dealing with that, but in all forms. We shouldn't be sort of sweeping it under the rug either, just like, you know, Aboriginal people in our country. These are both things that need to be addressed and both things that need to be voiced. So I think it's great that we've got a song about depression, and it's about how she's fighting that battle and coming out on the other side. And that's awesome. It doesn't always happen easily, and it takes a lot of time, and sometimes it's a real bitch of a fight.
Yeah.
So I think it's great to have that, and it feels very honest and raw. Like you look at the lyrics, it's like, hey you, thorn in my shoe, or stone in my shoe. Like it's not something that she wants there, but it's not something she can get rid of, and it's a real weight on her. And I think that's really, like, it's a good way to talk about it. It's honest, it's not saying that it's something to be glorified. You know how you can get like the manic pixie dream girls who are like depressed and like cute and everyone falls in love with them.
Yeah.
That's sort of idolizing depression. It's turning it
like
into
Rachel Bloom says, my sexy French depression.
Yeah.
I'm in a sexy French depression.
And like turning it into something which is wanting to be obtained is not a healthy thing.
Yeah.
Talking about it as though it's something that is there and it sucks, but it's not, and it's not something you necessarily want, but it's something that you have to learn to live with. I think that's a good way to be discussing it, and it's honest, and it's not making people want to like go and be the cool, edgy, depressed girl. If that makes sense.
Totally.
And so I liked that. It was respectful in the way it approached it.
Yeah. What do you think? She said, she's kind of analysed her own song and said that the bit where she goes up high and then it goes into nothing, hold me down, kind of represents the moment that she overcame her depression.
Lifting the weight off her
Yeah.
shoulders.
And she's like, woo, yay.
Yeah, no, I thought that was so good.
Yeah.
I story-wise, this song is spot on.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a really strong message and it does it well. It's not a message which fails to deliver. We've had those ones here. We've looked at them, but this one, it talks about it respectfully and honestly, and I think that's really powerful.
Do you think that this could do well and cross over to airplay?
Maybe. I don't know about in Australia. Like, I just don't think...
You could see this on Nova or not?
No. Like, I think you could probably get it on some of the indie stations.
Yeah. Triple J or something might do it.
Maybe, probably not for Triple J. There's one which is run out of Newtown, which I can't remember the name of now. But I think they might do it.
Okay.
Or you might hear it on like a classical radio station that's got a bit of a slight contemporary crossover because she's got that operatic vibe.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of that mix between a little poppy, but also a mix between classical, because I'm pretty sure she has classical training.
Yeah.
And so
She
that's
has a
where that
degree in it.
background comes from. Like,
Yeah.
she's got that crossover. But I don't think, like, it's quite pop enough to stand on its own on Nova or 104.1.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's quite alternative enough to survive on Triple J either.
Okay.
Because they have a really specific niche.
Yeah.
But I think it's a powerful song and it should be remembered even if it's not on air.
Yeah. There was a guy who runs a radio station in Western Australia. I don't know if you heard this.
Okay.
But it's a mostly plays like 60s, 70s, 70s, or something like that.
Okay.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s music. And that's like their quota. They're strict on it. And
Okay.
he played Zero Gravity and he got fired
Well,
for playing it.
like, that seems harsh, but what the reality is that they've probably only got contracts to play the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
So they're probably only paying to play those songs, and by playing Zero Gravity, he's breaking the law.
Yeah.
Because you need to pay royalties for every
Yeah.
song you play on air. So
It's like a premium song.
yeah. So like,
It's like, damn it,
Would've
we
been-
want you just to keep playing Footloose.
it would have been a fun stunt, I'm sure. But also, I don't blame the radio station for firing him.
Yeah.
Like, harsh, but like, truths, you gotta pay your royalties.
Kate
And-
retweeted the story and she's like, someone else give this man a job. So yeah.
Well, maybe he did get a job from that though. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe he just really wanted to quit, and he wanted to quit with a bang, and he wanted
Yeah.
to share his love for Eurovision too.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, you're hired, and you've got a contract, and you do have to sort of follow those rules. So I don't feel sorry for him for losing that job. He knew what he was, risking.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Well, that is the review from all the jury members for Zero Gravity from Australia.
Yeah.
Check out to see what our final ranking of this song is along with all the others. Subscribe, check out more videos. Until next time, bonsoir Europe.
Off to get a tinny.
Okay, on that note, the next video Elysse will be like, hi, g'day mate. Alright.
See ya.
Turn on the camera.
Who will make the cut? Who